Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Lisa Tiano and I'm here again on Facebook Live on Mamapedia, and my organization is Inner Star Girl if you've never tuned in before, and this is Real Teen Talk live every Saturday at 11. So I hope everyone is starting off with a great weekend, a nice long Memorial Day holiday weekend. And today I want to talk about girls and jealousy. I'm always thinking of important topics for girls, and some of the topics that I like to talk about, they're kind of like a running theme in a lot of my classes and workshops. And so I really wanted to bring up jealousy because it's a real emotion. It's an ugly emotion. It's probably one of the most sensitive emotions, and many times it controls girls' emotions, because at a very young age, as we all know, girls are constantly questioning themselves and their self-worth and their self-esteem. And when it comes to the preteen and teenage population of girls, jealousy can be extremely destructive, and it gets worse as they get older, obviously as women, because we all acquire things as we get older and it's more material things. But I really wanted to talk about today, if your girls are sitting with you, hopefully they can tune in and watch, and if not, it's being recorded. But I think the things that I wanted to stress today about girls and jealousy is that it can destroy human beings, and it can destroy relationships. And as we all know right now, there's so much hatred going on in this world, and it's horrible, and there's tragic events and things happening that our kids are exposed to. And I wanted to bring up the fact that there's a thing about jealousy when girls are jealous of other girls or of other people. It's almost like it has an unusual power over them, and you need to explain to your daughters, to your girls, that we can't always help the way we feel, right? You can't stop someone from feeling a certain way if they feel it. But if you explain to girls, to your daughters, that things happen in real life that's out of our control, and we can't help certain things. But when they have friendships, or if they have siblings that they're jealous of, or if they have friends who they're jealous of, as a young girl, they're trying to process this information. And a lot of times they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to process it. And so as adults, that's where we can come in to help them and to explain these things. So in explaining jealousy as a natural emotion, and if you have more than one child, I always explain to my girls, I was always jealous of not having a sister or someone to hang out with when I was younger. And I always desperately wanted a sister, and I wanted that companionship. And I never know how to process that information when I was younger, because I would always see my friends have their siblings, have their sisters, and they would go to lunch with their sisters and their moms, and I would always see them doing fun things with their sisters. And so as a realistic emotion, and I'm explaining this to them, and you may explaining things to them differently, because everybody goes through different experiences in their own lives. But as they get older and people acquire things like material things, it's almost as if when they're older, they may see other women getting promotions and getting better jobs, or maybe their friends are getting married before them, right? Or maybe the neighbor has a bigger house than they do. There's so many things. There's so many life events that they're going to see, that they're going to be presented with in life. And with girls, they may feel like that the other girl is prettier than them or smarter than them, or especially with body image. It's huge. And I think the biggest factor with girls in terms of self-worth and self-esteem, that's the difference between girls and boys. If I had to mention one thing that stands out amongst girls rather than boys, girls are more jealous of other girls' bodies. Their friends may have bigger boobs, their friends may be skinnier than them. And with boys, if I had to compare, boys would be more jealous of his friend being a better basketball player or a better hockey player. It's more about things that boys do that they're jealous of, rather than appearance and looks. And I'm not saying that they're not. Of course, boys can be jealous of looks. Maybe another guy is more handsome than they are, or maybe they have, a better six-pack than they do. But more often than not, the basic difference is that girls go more, they go more about appearance and physical appearance. And I would say that's the biggest difference between girls and guys. So in helping your daughters, I think the best thing is to talk about real life situations, and that there's going to be letdowns and disappointments. But when it comes to jealousy, you can't stop somebody from feeling a certain way. But the biggest difference is that there's rational jealousy and there's irrational jealousy. The rational jealousy, as I've been talking about, are all the normal feelings that girls go through on a daily basis, and being jealous of things that people have. And the irrational jealousy that I always talk about is more destructive and more harmful. And it's the kind of jealousy where maybe someone is threatening, or maybe someone lashes out, and something like that could be really dangerous. If those feelings can't be controlled, then of course professional help is needed. So I want us to think about the things that we can remind girls of in turning a negative into a positive, how to turn that negative jealousy emotion into something productive, and maybe talk about the things that she excels at. So if your daughter is talking about her sister being a better soccer player, she's better than me, or maybe her sister's a better dancer, maybe her sister's a better actor, maybe she feels like she's more talented. But talk about the things that your daughter is amazing at. Talk about the things that she excels at. And I think that's really important in just being real and just being honest. And so let's find the things that they're good at and remind them, and just to be honest and open as a parent to talk about these things. So those are my tips for today, and I hope everyone has a good weekend, a long Memorial Day holiday weekend. And in talking about Memorial Day, I think it's a great time to think about and appreciate our veterans who fought for our country, and to remind ourselves of that and how grateful we are of our veterans and soldiers, and thank God every day. And everyone be safe. Let's pray for peace and continued peace and safety for everyone. And I hope everyone has a good weekend and a good week. And I will see you all here next Saturday at 11 a.m. on Mamapedia. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.